Now, this is how to restore your Google Adsense account only if you had ads limits or you were suspended because of invalid traffic. So invalid traffic actually arises when Google notices that maybe the traffic coming into your website or your blog is questionable. Questionable because maybe you're doing certain things that make them, feel the traffic wasn't real, it was bots generated or it was artificially generated. Now, one of the biggest mistakes everybody make is to completely shut down the bot. This simply means if you're having invalid traffic using a bot, you just head over there and completely stop using the bot. If you do that, you've already made it possible for you to get banned. There's no two ways about it. If they ever relieve that ban, they might come back later and ban you. The only thing you should do when you have an ad limit or ad suspension as a result of invalid traffic is to keep driving that same traffic continuously, but remove the particular code that works with Google AdSense. So Google AdSense has this code which is on the website. It's kind of like a script that once it's on your website, ads will start showing. It checks what your website looks like and it automatically puts ads where they should be. Now that particular code only works for Google AdSense. So it shows the ads. Now that code specifically is what you should comment. So comment that code or completely delete it. The next thing you should do is to copy Google Analytics code and you put it there. Now if you already have Google Analytics before now, it makes things better. Google Analytics and AdSense work hand to hand. Google Analytics basically keeps track of your traffic, where your traffic has been coming from, what geographic area, what particular location, how long did they stay before they left the website. All these analytics that has been, all the engagement of traffic that has been going on your website is usually being tracked by Google Analytics. So this happened to me, and what I simply did to remove my Google AdSense limit was simple. I checked my traffic and I discovered where my traffic has been coming in from. So what I did was I removed Google AdSense completely and I left Google Analytics, and it's just simply a simple scenario of what could happen in real life. When Google puts you on ads limit or ad suspension, what they're basically trying to do is to verify if you were like realistically having those traffic for real or if you were generating them. So one thing that has been happening is whenever people generate traffic and Google gives them an ads limit, automatically those traffic stop coming in, making it very obvious that those traffic were fake at the beginning. It's more like you were having thousands of views, thousands of engagements, and then all of a sudden Google gives you ads limit and then instantly the whole engagement stops. Now that is just confirming to Google that yes, you were doing something illegal, you were the one in charge of the traffic, because if those traffic were coming in organically, you don't really have control of them. So for instance, if I have a big website where people visit my website daily, consistently, the only time I would be able to stop having people is if I shut down my website or if maybe I just delete the website. But as long as my website is active, people who have been visiting my website will keep revisiting it every single day. But what happens when I'm the one driving this traffic myself using bots? You already got your answer. The moment I have an ads limit, simply because I have control over the full traffic, it already stops coming. So in my own time and in my own case, what I simply just did was I removed the Google AdSense, which is the Google AdSense link that brought adverts, and I left only the Google Analytics. It took about 6 days, and after 6 days, the Google AdSense disappeared at viewers. Now, the same thing as when you have a YouTube channel and you have never had a viral video, you have never had a video blow up. All of a sudden, one of your video blows up and you start having like 20,000 views a day. Now, if Google puts you on ads limits or suspension, they will keeping track of your YouTube. If after a while your YouTube channel is still having a whole lot of traffic, even after you had a suspension, people were still watching your videos every day, they were still engaging, it means your video went viral for real. And after a while, Google will just understand that your channel is no longer doing 1K views daily again. It is now doing 10K views daily. So your limit increases. Now, if you get to a point you start making like 200,000, 100,000 views daily, now they'll still put you on ads limit, but if it keeps coming in consistently, it means for real, people are actually having up to like, people are actually coming to your YouTube channel all the time, and realistically, you're actually having like 100K views daily. They would increase your limit. So each time you have a Google AdSense suspension, it's basically Google keeping you to monitor you, just like when you have a bank account. They're basically trying to say, okay, fine, let's put you on PND, let's know how this money came in. Now, if they verify your inflow, it also means your limit has increased. If that same amount comes into your bank account again, you're not going to have a freeze. Maybe if a bigger amount comes in, the bank will still put you on PND again and ask you to verify. So the more you keep on verifying high limit transactions, the more the bank has increased your threshold, that in the future you can actually receive billions without actually walking into the bank. But as a new timer, you can't receive such amount of money without having one form of PND from the bank. Now, this also applies to Google AdSense business. At the beginning, Google AdSense is putting you on an ads limit because you're having lots of questionable traffic. Now, the only way you make that traffic not questionable is to go back to your Google Analytics, study where that traffic has been coming in from. If you're using a bot, try to use the same process you were using. Try to spend as much time as you were also spending, and make sure the Google AdSense script, the Google AdSense line of code is deleted. Leave only Google Analytics. Now, after 7 days, you have your Google AdSense account restored. If you have tried this out and it worked for you, use the comment section to let us know how fast it took. Most people say it takes actually shorter time to get the Google AdSense account back. Most people, especially those who were able to do this late, got their AdSense account completely disabled. So before I forget, it works within the first 7 days, because when Google puts you on an ads limit, they schedule up to at least 7 days before they start auditing your account.